Hello, everybody. Hope everybody's doing great today. We appreciate those of you who watched this video. I actually took time to comb my hair, so I'm looking good. I got my two sidekicks here, right and left.
Oh, we're backup dancers.
All right, you're back. My backup dancers, my backup reviewers here. And today we're going to be talking about Five Nights at Freddy's. We just saw this, yesterday. This is a Sunday video. You won't see this until Monday. So we just got done seeing this. To be honest, I knew very little about Friday Night Freddy's. I mean, your hair is never going to look good, so don't even try to comb it.
Yeah, stop.
I'm using it's a pencil.
Oh,
I'm just messing with it.
All right, anyway, so...
I'm not going to comb my hair with this.
I never... Hey, you hardly ever comb your hair like your old man. Anyways, I knew very little about the lore of Friday Night Freddy's. Only about what these guys used to say about it. They told me a little bit, so I knew maybe 1% about what...
What did you know going in there?
All I know is a security guard. Yeah, so all I knew about Friday Night at Freddy's was...
Five Nights at Freddy's.
Friday Nights at Freddy's is what I'm saying.
No, you're saying Five Night Freddy. It's not FNF.
All right,
That's
anyways.
a different game.
Friday Night Funkin'.
Five Night at Freddy's. The only thing I knew was it's a game where you suppose they're sitting at a table, at a desk, and you're looking at screens, and you have to look at a screen to stop the robots from moving or something.
You look at the screens, then.
You look at doors, too.
But that's all. So that's all I knew. I didn't know really much. I think I had heard something about somebody kidnaps kids, and their souls are in robots. I think
Their
that.
bodies are in the room.
Okay, or something. That's all I really knew.
Both.
However, I will say, because I knew very little, the movie does do a good job of explaining the lore of Five Nights at Freddy's.
Nights.
So, nights, that's what I say.
It's a night.
Friday.
Just say FNAF. You won't know.
Alright, whatever. Okay, I'll be the cool kid and say FNAF.
FNAF.
Alright, whatever. Anyway, so I did know a little bit. I mean, where am I at now? So, I did think the movie did explain a lot about what the movie was about. So, it was easy for me to follow it. Follow along.
Yeah,
I guess it did add some extra content. They'll probably get over a little bit more. I thought Josh Hutchinson did a good job as the main character, security guard, trying to figure out what's going on. What happened to his younger brother. So that was a pretty good storyline there.
Shaggy was great.
Yep.
Shaggy 3.5%.
So
of his
I thought it was good how they added on a little bit depth to this story, and how they added on to his little brother was kidnapped, and how they put that into the
Spoiler alert.
yeah small spoiler.
Spoiler.
But and special effects I felt was really good. Or I guess it wasn't really special effects. It was actual robots, right?
Yeah, there were
The cupcake was definitely special effects, but the robots, they were actual remote control.
Yeah.
So but I enjoyed it. I liked it. It was very entertaining. And it was great for what they made it out to be. So you guys who are actually fans of FNAF, I think you've actually read the books.
Yeah.
I've read some.
And
And I played FNAF too. And I know all the lore because of the guy on my breath.
Okay.
Yeah, I did
So
my homework.
they know more about the lore of FNAF. So do you guys think they did a good job of covering the lore of FNAF? Did they go off script a lot, or what do you guys think?
Like,
The thing with Five Nights at Freddy's is there's not exactly an off script, because there's several different canon kind of narratives that go along. There's one where William doesn't even get spring locked; he just gets set on fire. So it's like
that's book.
there's no kind of off thing. As far as deviating from the actual mechanics of how everything works, no, that was really good. I liked it a lot. I didn't see any discrepancies. I mean, I can't exactly say that because the creator is the guy who makes the lore, not me. So I can't exactly review it like I know what it is, because he might be doing something and I don't know.
You might be eating hot dogs right now. Anyway,
What do you think?
I liked it, but the only things I didn't like in the movie was the doors, because in FNAF 1, the game, you push a button and a light comes on in the hallway. And if you see the animatronics, you push another button, the door slams to the ground because it's like a door that's supposed to keep things out. So
wow, a door that keeps things out.
I know, it's amazing. It's like
never would have thought that.
Like I didn't know doors could keep things out, but like in all seriousness, I did like the movie. It was really good. The only thing I didn't like was the doors and
think about that though. They just have like the dumb horror movie kind of character at that point because like
he would shut it like what I was hoping they would do is one keep like the power percentage and
no, it's not a game.
It's a movie.
It's a movie.
It's a movie based off a game.
The only reason
you can't put all the game elements into the movie.
The one thing I did like a lot was when he had to shut off the power and return it on because of the flickering, and it showed, spoiler alert, it showed the It's Me, even though it's not really a spoiler.
Yeah.
But it showed the It's Me on like a thing, which I thought was really neat.
A mirror.
Mirror thing, I forgot.
I feel like you're trying to compare the movie to the video game.
Yes,
and that's not how that works.
You can't. Yeah, lots to keep with like the. Most of the lore, but you can't really get into like the playing mechanics. Don't always translate from the game to the movie.
And honestly, it's better that they didn't do that because that would have just what incentive would Mike have had to ever try and explore the pizzeria?
No, that's what I was
considering.
That's what I was gonna say. Is I liked how they added how Mike Schmidt had a little brother when he was young and it got taken away by.
That has nothing to do with
I said I like how he had that, and then when he started going to the pizza thing and found more about his brother, started having dreams with the children's spirits in there and him finding the truth behind what happened. I really like how they added that.
That has nothing to do.
So what I understand is that I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I never played the game. Is that you never get to explore the actual, like walk around Five Nights at Freddy's. You have to sit in the seat the whole time, right?
There's some people who have made free roam versions of it.
Yeah,
some of them are pretty good.
Yeah, but the original game.
Yeah, like FNAF 1, 2, 3, and 4. You basically stand still. And no, this is a location you do get to move.
6 is back.
Yeah, 6 is you're back to sitting in an office after like designing your pizza place, and then security
reality thing, and then there's the security breach one. But for most of the time, it's you just sit there.
Yeah,
it was kind of funny. Dad was like, I don't know how they're gonna be able to make this. He's like, I remember him saying when he first learned about it, he said that he wondered how the movie was gonna go if it was just gonna be a guy flipping through cameras the whole time.
He didn't even flip through cameras, to be honest.
No, they're all on at the same time.
He could change some perspectives.
Yeah, he could change perspectives, but he never really looked at them. He just like...
He kind of just fell asleep.
Alright, so let's get into the movie. So there were some of your typical scary movie tropes, like...
Balloon Boy.
That was more of
you had your jump scares with the thing, but you had...
That was definitely more of a joke.
You had your stupid characters where, like... It's all spooky and stuff, and they're hearing these scary noises, but they still go and investigate what's going on when they could easily leave. Talking about the four guys, that's a trope.
That's called dramatic irony. It means we know what they don't, so they have no idea.
Yeah, but it's your scary trope.
Your scary trope.
I put myself in their shoes, and there's no way I would keep on investigating.
That's what I'm saying.
You wouldn't have even been in the place in the first place. You wouldn't even gone in there.
I might have.
No, you would not.
If I heard money and it said security job, I was like, okay. No. And then as soon as I hear some weird noise, I'm like, I'm quitting.
No, we're talking about the 4 guys that were vandalizing.
Oh, yeah. I thought you guys were talking about security job.
He's talking about how.
Why would they stay?
Because they didn't know.
Yeah,
they're relatively strong. They're probably used to being on top of the food chain.
I don't know if you hear people scream. I heard somebody screaming like, "Ah!" I'm not gonna go.
That fat guy did have a right idea. He started running, but Bonnie was behind.
It's not. Well, I mean, relatively though, they didn't actually have like super. They didn't have the thing where it was like, oh, it's like super obvious that's gonna happen. They had like someone might have screamed, right? You don't know why they're screaming, but someone's screaming, so you're like, oh, my friend's in trouble. Let me go help them.
Yep.
And then you see that it's like
a cupcake.
a giant robot trying to kill him.
Right.
I did
there's not
like
much.
the one Easter. Well, I don't really think it's Easter, but Bonnie in the closet. He does hide in the closet in the game.
Yeah, he does hide in the closet.
And I thought that was
kinda
very
cool.
interesting and cool on how they, like, the guy's like, I'm safe in the closet, turns on the light. Bonnie is just sitting there like, hey, this is my hiding spot. What are
Yeah.
you doing in my hiding spot?
So this was rated PG-13. Do you guys feel that it was properly rated, or you think it should have been?
It was some Jurassic Park
Or-
level gore.
And I guess the other part thing is, were you hoping for a rated R Five Nights at Freddy's?
No.
No.
I wouldn't be able to watch it then.
Scott Cawthon, even his books, they're not really like super R-rated
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
The only
They've always
one
been
that I
rather
would
mild.
the only one I would
In fact,
consider
they're-
R-rated if it became a movie was what was that one we were talking about?
The Breaking Wheel.
Yeah, Breaking Wheel short story in the FNAF Five Nights at Freddy's.
But we're not talking about the
thing.
book.
Yeah.
We're talking about the movie.
I know, but
So-
if that became like a TV series,
Yeah, but we don't
and
care about
wasn't-
that.
I think
Okay,
it would
so
be-
you guys
Yeah.
think it should have been PG-13?
Yeah.
Like, okay.
But we gotta.
I mean, the only part that was really kind of gross was when the person did get bit off in
Well,
half.
here's the thing.
But it was a shadow.
Yeah,
Well,
like the
also-
funniest thing is when she's like, I want to get closer and closer.
There
to
was a
its
kid
neck.
in there.
Yeah.
She probably wanted to help the kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she was really
The
not
thing-
smart.
The thing with this thing, though, you have to look at it in a way where they don't know. She
Yeah.
doesn't know that they're dead.
I know, I just thought it was
So
funny.
and all she knows is that there's a kid in a place that they shouldn't be, and that
Yeah.
now that it is in the robot.
And
so
the
obviously
kid
she's gonna
kept
check.
saying warmer.
Yeah.
It's those kids are demonic. Man.
Yep.
They are. That's
Well,
terrifying.
we actually kind of have to talk about like plot lines now instead of like. the
All right,
actual
well, so
thing
what's-
that's said.
What do you think about the plot line?
Well, it's your channel. You start.
Yeah, well, I thought the writing was good. Like I said at the beginning, where I like how they put it, where he had that traumatic event in his life where he saw his brother get kidnapped, and how that kind of applied to the overall story. I thought it made like the what would you say? Not the conflict, but the
Climax.
yeah, the climb. I thought it made it more interesting how they intertwined that incident in his life to what was going on at this restaurant, and made this. Oh, I know what I was going to say. Made the stakes higher, and you had that, he got to know
so there's a
what
reason.
what happened, like the mystery behind it. I like the part that was kind of like a mystery part where like what's
Yeah.
going on, why is this happening, who did take his brother, and how they were able to intertwine that storyline, all those elements into a pretty good storyline. I liked it.
Yeah, I think I don't remember what his name is, but the guy who plays William, he did a pretty good job.
Matthew Lillard.
Yeah, he did a pretty good
Shaggy.
job at playing. I think playing William.
Yeah.
Especially with during one of the beginning parts of the movie where he's trying to get a new job.
Mike.
He's with William. He's William. He notices the name. Like at first, he's like insulting him. He's like, "What kind of name even is Mike?" And he realizes what the last name is, and you can see him kind of changing his demeanor a bit. He starts becoming like more friendly, and like just like he actually does want to help now. And I remember seeing that, and I was like, this is not good at all.
Yeah.
Like I was like, if you with the character of William, he's very manipulative. So it was like seeing the way that they portrayed him in that story was really good, and I think the actor did a really good job.
Yeah,
with it.
I was kind of surprised. Like, it took me a moment to realize that was Matthew Lillard, because last time I saw him, he was, I mean, it's been a while. He was like tall and lean and kind of skinny, and here, he's kind of,
He was Shaggy.
he was older.
But
he
he
put
was-
some weight on and stuff like that.
He also was behind the desk, so like you didn't
Yeah.
really see a lot of him.
Um,
when you did see his full body, he was in a suit.
Yeah.
Something that I thought was cool was how they actually made, because in the animations I've seen of like the games and whatnot, William's like a young middle-aged man, but most of the ones
He's like
I've seen-
50 years old.
I know, but in the ones I've
He
seen,
said a young middle-aged man, so it means he looks young, but he's middle-aged,
yeah,
right?
like he looks young, but I know he's like 50 or whatnot. But in the movie, it actually showed him having gray hairs and whatnot, and I thought that was really cool how they added that.
I mean, in the
description.
books, he's
Book.
described as looking actually quite ill, kind of. Like, he just looks off.
Yeah,
So, you know, he doesn't look young at all.
Right.
yeah.
So, do you guys like that they added the daughter into the first? Because she's not.
Vanessa?
Yeah.
I did not.
Yeah, that was good.
I didn't like it.
Yeah.
The reason why I didn't like it is because one, you never hear of Vanny until Help Wanted.
That's not Vanny, it's Vanessa.
You don't hear of Vanessa until Help Wanted.
Okay.
And
yeah.
I was
What about it?
hoping for the movie.
That's the games.
I was hoping for the movie to follow a little bit more on track with the games.
Why?
Yeah. So Abby isn't in the games, right?
I
No.
didn't mind that part. I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
No.
I thought they needed to add her
Yeah,
to this to make the
Yeah.
movie to put more depth into the movie.
Yeah,
There was
that's what
also
I'm
some
saying.
like really wholesome moments with Abby, especially when the
Like the
animatronics
animatronics.
were starting to let their more like their real nature kind of show. They're childish, just
Yeah.
when they're not being influenced by anger, rage, and
You
good
know,
old Billy.
They're in that scene. You know what it kind of remind me of is that that YouTube people you guys watch on
YouTube.
YouTube.
yeah YouTube
The
those
YouTube people we
YouTubers
watch them on YouTube.
I kind of
Oh.
yeah, well, you know those one people who does
The oddities.
The oddities.
no,
No, not that.
not the oddities, maybe, I don't know,
The people who do. Oh,
are
you talking about the guys who role play?
yeah, on but when they do it on Minecraft and they have their
Yeah,
own
yeah,
world,
that's the
that's oddities, yeah, that's what it kind of reminded me of.
Yeah, they're kind of silly. Kind
So
of
that leads me to the point. You guys were talking about there's actually YouTubers that are in the movie.
Yeah.
yeah.
Did you guys like that? Like they put
thought it
those
was
people
cool.
I
in?
thought it was cool. Yes, I was like,
It's interesting.
Yeah, I
It's-
liked it, but
It's the first time
I
I've
thought
heard.
it was cool.
It's the first time I've heard of. I don't know if it's the only time. Like it's happened. This is the first time I've heard of it personally, where the supporters of a franchise, when it was turned into a movie, were actually able to
Be in it.
go in there, even as just an Easter egg. Like one of the YouTubers I watch, he was one of the. His portrait was on one of the ones in the
Employee of the Month
thing,
Uh-huh.
which you see for like a split second as it gets smashed, but.
Oh, okay, that's pretty cool.
But it's also full of like a bunch of his friends and some other people who supported the thing.
I thought it
and
was
then-
cool.
I think there's Matt Pat in there who was. I didn't recognize him at first, but when I
Yeah.
heard him say, "But that's just a theory," I was like,
What?
"That's."
I heard him
there's no
say
way."
that, but I didn't click in my mind.
Yeah.
so.
I was like, "That's crazy." He was not very. Yeah, it was. It's cool with that. And it's. It's like it definitely seems like something that Scott would do, especially with like some of the things that he's already kind of done with his games, where he adds a lot of Easter eggs
Mm-hmm.
and things like that, and it's just like it. You can tell that that's kind of the thing with it, especially with some like the more comical things, like obviously with the animatronics being more silly because like as someone who would play the games or know the lore, like normally they don't really have any kind of
What are you
feeling of
doing,
kind of
Dad?
safety.
What are you?
Yeah,
That's
you
what
would,
I'd
yeah.
say. What are you doing? She's
Okay.
like, hmm.
I think
Yeah, but
What's your
it was
moment?
interesting. I liked the
Was-
jokes. It had some funny parts in it.
I like the
It's-
after scene credit where the guy sleeping in this is spoiler, but he was sleeping in a taxi.
the taxi driver.
Yeah, taxi driver.
I think-
and then the door opens and closes. Like, can't you read the paper? Looks over, big zoom in on Balloon Boy. The guy
Yeah.
gets jump
Yeah,
scared.
the thing about the taxi driver is that he's only in it for maybe a minute, but
He's
he's
really
like a
good.
memorable character.
He's funny.
Yeah.
with the the same thing. Yeah, with that. The music also, like the ambience
music.
and the music was really good. I liked it a lot.
Okay.
There were several parts where I had goosebumps with some of the things that were happening. One of the times was William Afton's appearance in the Spring Bonnie suit. With the music that was playing behind it and the slow kind of methodical movements that were being made and like the powerful sound effects that were behind the mechanisms of the suit. I
Uh-huh.
was like, that is really cool.
It's cool. Yeah, I did like those things. Okay, so we're at the end here. For the 0 people who's going to be watching at this point in
Well, we gotta
time.
discuss one more thing.
No.
One more thing. And
Alright, you better be quick.
And it's the fate of the antagonist. What do we think of the fate of the antagonist? Because we don't in the games you don't actually really see the extent of what a spring lock failure does. You kind of just see it in a pixelated form. So what's the thoughts on that? Because that's actually probably one of the more definitely one of the more important parts of the lore.
I just thought it was a spring lock failure.
Yeah, I just thought he was dying.
Nothing much, nothing more.
Just that, no, I didn't really think of it all. Just that he got trapped into that suit. And stabbed, and he's going to die wearing.
And then he's
the
going to
suit.
come back. He did. I like how he did say, "I always come back."
Yeah.
His famous line.
I always.
But like,
come back.
I mean, what I mean is, I'm gonna say that I liked how they portrayed the spring lock. That was interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I did like how the broom got snapped in half.
And the
Like,
I like the broom. It got snapped in half.
Yeah.
But I liked I like how it actually kind of did go a little bit hand in hand with the ending of the Silver Eyes book too, where he gets dragged off and stuffed in a closet. But
right.
Wait, did it?
All right.
Yeah,
You got to wrap it up because we're running out of time.
But anyways, I think it was. I wouldn't say it's a fitting end for him, mainly because all it does is make him more annoying.
Mm-hmm.
But like, what I mean is, what do you think it was? Do you think he deserved what he got? Or
Of course, he got he got trapped.
Yeah,
All right. So do we recommend this show?
So boring.
Yes,
I recommend.
I recommend.
Right, we recommend it. Thank you for watching
Yes,
this.
recommend it.
Bye.